Why IT projects are a bad idea. You could stop listening right here and get value from this book, because this is the point of it. There are lots and lots of IT projects going on right now all over the world. That's the problem, because with few exceptions, they're mistakes. It isn't that there is no such thing as an IT project, it's that there shouldn't be. Because if you're undertaking an IT project, if all you're going to do is install software, what you're going to deliver is shelfware. Or, almost as bad, you'll deliver something reminiscent of an old Stephen Wright joke. I dreamed someone stole everything I owned and replaced it with an exact duplicate. Only here what's going on isn't theft. It's far stranger than theft. What happens a lot is that companies buy new and expensive software to replace the old legacy systems they can't do without, but that cost a lot and require the talents of programmers who are nearing or beyond retirement age to maintain. And, this is the punchline, they do everything they can to make the shiny new software act just like an exact duplicate of the software they're retiring. Why? It's easier, less risky, and nowhere near as disruptive, except that just about all of the business benefit comes from the disruption. And so, after decades of this praxis, skeptical business opinion influencers make a big fuss about how little return businesses get from their investments in information technology. Opinions that demonstrate it's possible to be simultaneously accurate and completely wrong. Because often businesses get too little return from their investments in information technology because they choose to get too little return. See, the purveyors of these expensive software suites don't charge their sky-high license fees because their sales reps are extraordinarily persuasive, conning IT decision-makers who are too naive to figure out these are overpriced behemoths. They cost as much as they do because they provide an enormous set of potential capabilities many businesses consciously decide to ignore. They ignore them because, as you'll hear in the pages that follow, the methodologies available to them, convincingly presented so long as you consider the phrase best practice to be convincing, provide little or no guidance for how to use new information technology capabilities to improve how their employees get things done. How did we get into this mess? The first two steps on the path to this particular circle of perdition were 1. Drawing an analogy, and 2. Taking it seriously. The analogy was that because IT organizations deliver technology to the rest of the business, they're like any other organization that delivers technology to someone else, which is to say, they're like software businesses. And so they are, in that both they and software businesses create applications for someone else to use. Interestingly enough, that's where the analogy ends. Or should, not that you'd know this from reading the IT industry press. It should end right there because software companies, think SAP, Oracle, Microsoft, Salesforce and their brethren, create software products they sell to thousands and sometimes millions of business customers. When an IT organization writes software, in contrast, that software is designed for one business to use. There are more than a few differences between having one metaphorical customer and having 10,000 real paying ones. For example, with one customer, you can tailor the software for your customer's exact situation. With 10,000, you can't. On the other hand, with 10,000 customers, you can afford to spend a lot more on your product. Beyond that, you're competing for business with other companies that sell similar products, which means you can and have to spend a lot more designing and building your software package than any internal IT organization can or should afford to.